Have you ever noticed something strange about your own mind? You want to do something new. Speak in public. Apply for a better job. Start something different. And before you even try, a voice inside you says, "No, you are not ready." That voice sounds calm, logical, even protective. But slowly, it becomes your prison. Most people are not stopped by the world. They are stopped by that quiet voice inside their own head. Today, I am going to share something that has helped millions of people fight that voice. This is not just motivation. It is not just think positive and everything will be fine. It is a system. A way of training your thoughts. A way of speaking to yourself differently. A way of calming your mind so it stops fighting you. This book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, has helped people who were anxious, insecure, and mentally tired rebuild their confidence. Not overnight. Not magically. But step by step. And in this video, I will explain it in simple English. So while you learn how to change your thinking, you also improve your listening and understanding. Stay with me until the end. Because in the final part, I will share a clear mindset formula that you can start using in your daily life. Now let us begin with the first and most important foundation. Before we begin, I want to tell you something important. Stay with me till the end of this video. Because at the end, I will give you a simple daily system, a practical mindset formula, that you can start using from tonight. And remember, on this channel you are not only learning life-changing lessons, you are also improving your English listening, vocabulary, and confidence. So if you want to grow your mind and your English at the same time, subscribe now, and let's grow together. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1, Believe in Yourself. If you do not believe in yourself, the world will feel bigger than you. Self-doubt is silent destruction. It does not shout. It does not break doors. It simply whispers again and again, "You can't." Think about a student sitting in a classroom. The teacher asks a question. He knows the answer. He studied. He understands. But his heart starts beating fast. His mind says, "What if I say it wrong? What if others laugh? What if I look stupid?" So he stays silent. The opportunity passes. Now imagine this happening again and again. After some time, he stops trying completely. Not because he is not intelligent, but because he has trained himself to doubt. Or think about a woman working in an office. A new position opens. It is better pay. More respect. She has the skills. She has experience. But when she looks at the job description, she feels something heavy inside. What if I fail? What if they reject me? Maybe I am not good enough. So she does not apply. Later, someone else gets promoted. She feels disappointed. But the truth is painful. She was not rejected by the company. She rejected herself first. This is what Dr. Peale explains very clearly. Most failure begins in the mind long before it appears in real life. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is trained. Just like a muscle. If you repeat negative thoughts every day, you train your mind to expect failure. But if you repeat strong thoughts, you train your mind to expect growth. This does not mean you lie to yourself. It means you stop attacking yourself. Many people speak kindly to friends but cruelly to themselves. If a friend makes a mistake, you say, "It's okay. You will improve." But when you make a mistake, you say, "I am useless. I always fail." Why? Dr. Peale suggests something very simple but powerful. Change the way you speak to yourself. Each morning, stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself. And say slowly, with calm strength, "I believe in myself. I am capable. I can handle today." In the beginning, it may feel uncomfortable. Your mind may resist. But repetition builds belief. Another important rule from this chapter is this. Stop saying, "I can't." Instead of, "I can't do this," say, "I am learning to do this." Instead of, "I am bad at this," say, "I am improving at this." Small language change. Big mental shift. Your brain listens to your words. If you repeat weakness, it creates weakness. If you repeat strength, it creates courage. Belief in yourself does not mean you will never feel fear. It means you will not let fear make decisions for you. And once this belief starts growing, something else becomes possible. Peace. Chapter 2. A peaceful mind creates power. Even if you believe in yourself, if your mind is constantly noisy, you will feel tired and confused. Mental noise destroys strength. Today, most people are not physically exhausted. They are mentally overloaded. Too many thoughts. Too many comparisons. Too many worries. Imagine an employee who finishes work at 6 p.m., but mentally he is still at work at 10 p.m. He keeps thinking about small mistakes. He replays conversations. He imagines problems that may never happen. His body is at home, but his mind is still running. Or think about a parent who loves their children deeply. But because of stress, bills, and pressure, they become angry easily. They react quickly. Later they regret it. But in that moment, their mind was too full to stay calm. Dr. Peel explained something very important. A calm mind thinks clearly. A noisy mind reacts emotionally. Peace is not weakness. Peace is power. Think about water. When water is moving fast and shaking, you cannot see through it. But when it becomes still, everything becomes clear. Your mind works the same way. One simple practice from this chapter is 10 minutes of daily silence. No phone. No music. No talking. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Let your thoughts come and go without fighting them. At first, it may feel strange. You may feel restless. But after some days, your mind starts becoming more stable. Another powerful habit is controlling what you feed your mind before sleep. If you end your day with negative news, arguments, or social media comparison, your brain carries that stress into the night. Instead, read something calm. Listen to soft music. Or simply sit quietly and reflect on one good thing from your day. Peace gives clarity, clarity gives better decisions create better results. When your mind becomes peaceful, your confidence grows stronger. You stop reacting to every small problem. In this first part, we build two foundations. First, belief in yourself. Second, inner peace. Without these two, positive thinking cannot survive. In the next part, we will talk about something that quietly destroys both belief and peace. Fear. Because even strong people lose their power when fear controls their imagination. Stay with me. The next lessons might help you break habits that have been holding you back for years. Chapter 3. Stop being afraid of the future. Think about how often you say, "What if? What if I lose my job? What if people laugh at me? What if I invest and lose money? What if I fail?" Now pause. How many of those things have actually happened? Fear of the future kills more dreams than real failure ever does. Imagine a young man who wants to move to another city for better opportunities. He has the skills. He has some savings. But every night he thinks, "What if I cannot adjust? What if I feel lonely? What if I do not succeed?" So he stays where he is. 5 years later, he is still in the same place. Not because he tried and failed, but because he never tried. Dr. Peel teaches that fear grows in imagination. The more you think about it, the bigger it becomes. But here is something powerful. Fear becomes smaller when you face it directly. Instead of running from fear, question it. If your mind says, "What if I fail?" ask yourself, "If I fail, what will I do next?" Write the answer, create a small plan. Most fears become weaker when you add logic. Another simple exercise from this chapter is this. When you feel afraid to take action, take one small step immediately. Not a huge step. Just one. If you are afraid to speak in English, speak one sentence today. If you are afraid to apply for a job, update your CV today. If you are afraid to start something, research it today. Action reduces fear. Waiting increases it. Dr. Peel reminds us that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action despite fear. Fear will always exist. But it does not have to control your direction. And when fear tries to return, ask yourself one powerful question. What if it works? Because your mind is used to imagining negative results. Train it to imagine positive ones too. This brings us to something closely connected to fear. Worry. Chapter 4. Break the habit of worry. Worry feels active. It feels like you are doing something. But in reality, it does nothing. Worry is like sitting in a rocking chair. You move a lot, but you go nowhere. Many people believe worrying is normal. They say, "That's just how I am." But Dr. Peel explains that worry is a habit. And any habit can be changed. Imagine a man who constantly worries about his health. Every small headache becomes a serious illness in his mind. Every small pain becomes a big problem. He searches symptoms online. He imagines the worst result. His body may be healthy, but his mind is tired. One day, someone gives him a simple method. Write down your worries. Divide them into 3 categories. First, worries you can solve today. Second, worries you cannot solve now but can plan for. Third, worries that are useless and only imagination. When he does this exercise, something surprising happens. Most of his worries fall into the third category. They are not real problems. They are imagined fears. Dr. Peel teaches that when you bring worries into the light, they lose power. If you can solve it, solve it. If you cannot solve it now, schedule time to think about it later. If it is useless imagination, release it. One simple practice is this. At night, before sleeping, say to yourself, "I have done what I can today. I release the rest." This trains your mind to stop carrying tomorrow's problems into today's peace. Remember this powerful line. Worry does not remove tomorrow's pain. It removes today's strength. And when you remove constant worry, something beautiful begins to grow. Expectation. Chapter 5, Expect the Best. Dr. Peel says something that may sound simple, but it is life-changing. Expect the best, and you increase your chances of getting it. Your expectation shapes your behavior. And your behavior shapes your results. Imagine 2 people going to a job interview. The first person thinks, "They will not like me. I am not prepared enough." His body becomes tense. His voice becomes weak. His answers become short. The second person thinks, "I am prepared. I will do my best. Something good can happen." She walks in calmly. She smiles. She speaks clearly. Both have similar skills. But their expectation creates different energy. Expectation affects your body language, your tone, your focus. Dr. Peel shares a simple technique. Before any important event, close your eyes for a few moments and imagine success. See yourself speaking confidently. See yourself smiling. See the result going well. This is not fantasy. It is mental preparation. If you expect failure, your brain prepares for defense. If you expect success, your brain prepares for opportunity. There was a salesman who believed customers would reject him. And they often did. One day, he decided to change one thing. "Every morning," he said, "today I will meet good people. Today I will do well." Nothing magical happened immediately. But slowly, his tone changed. His smile became natural. People felt comfortable around him. His results improved. The world did not change first. He changed first. Expectation is a choice. You can expect problems in every situation. Or you can expect possibility. This does not mean life will always be easy. But it means you approach life with strength instead of fear. In this part, we remove 3 heavy weights. Fear of the future, habit of worry, expectation of failure. When these 3 become weaker, your belief becomes stronger. 6. Your trust a power greater than you. There comes a moment in life when you realize something simple. You have done your best, you have tried, you have planned. But still, things are uncertain. At that point, you have 2 choices. You can panic. Or you can trust. Dr. Peel explains that trust gives emotional strength. Not blind hope. Not laziness, but calm trust. Imagine a man who lost his job unexpectedly. Bills are waiting. Family depends on him. At first, his mind becomes loud. What will happen now? How will I survive? Why is this happening to me? For days, he cannot sleep properly. Then one evening, he sits quietly and says something honest. "I have done my part. Now I will trust that something good can still come." The situation did not change immediately, but his heart became calmer. The next morning, instead of panicking, he updated his resume carefully. He called people politely. He applied with focus. Within weeks, he received an opportunity that was different from his old job, and better for his long-term growth. Trust did not replace action. It removed panic. Dr. Peel says when you believe that something bigger supports you, whether you call it God, faith, or simply life, you feel less alone. Think of a child walking through a busy street while holding a parent's hand. The world is still noisy. Cars still move. But the child feels safe. Trust gives that feeling. Here is a simple daily practice from this chapter. Each night before sleeping, say slowly, "I did my best today. I trust tomorrow." This small sentence trains your mind to release control over what you cannot change. You still work hard, you still plan, but you stop carrying everything inside your chest. And when the heart becomes lighter, energy returns. Chapter 7: The Power of Prayer and Honest Reflection. Dr. Peel speaks about prayer in a very simple way. Prayer is not about complicated words. It is about honest conversation. Many people keep emotions locked inside. They do not speak their fears. They do not admit their weakness. They try to look strong all the time. But silence builds pressure. Imagine a woman who feels overwhelmed. Work stress. Family responsibilities. Financial pressure. She smiles outside, but inside she feels alone. One night, she sits quietly and speaks honestly. "I am tired. I need help. I cannot carry this alone." That moment of honesty becomes powerful. Not because magic happens, but because emotional pressure releases. Dr. Peel explains that when you express your fears instead of hiding them, they lose intensity. Prayer can be religious, or it can simply be reflection. The key is honesty. Here is a simple 3-step reflection practice. First, say thank you for one good thing from your day. Second, admit one mistake calmly, without attacking yourself. Third, ask for strength for tomorrow. This creates balance. Gratitude builds positivity, acceptance builds humility, request builds hope. When you do this daily, your inner world becomes stable. And stability creates strength. Chapter 8: How to Maintain Mental Energy. Many people say, "I feel tired all the time." But often, the body is not the real problem. The mind is exhausted. Dr. Peel explains that your thoughts directly affect your energy. Imagine 2 employees working the same job. One wakes up thinking, "Another difficult day. I am already tired." The other wakes up thinking, "Today is an opportunity. I will give my best." Both have the same tasks, but by afternoon, one feels drained, and the other still feels active. Why? Because thoughts influence energy. There was a nurse who worked long hospital shifts. Her work was physically demanding. But when people asked how she stayed energetic, she said something simple. "I focus on why I do this. I help people." Purpose gives energy. Dr. Peel teaches that when you focus only on problems, your energy drops. When you focus on meaning, energy rises. Here is a small practical habit. When you feel mentally low, stand up straight. Take a deep breath. Say firmly, "I have strength. I can handle this moment." Your body responds to posture, your mind responds to words. Energy is not only physical. It is mental direction. In this part, we moved from fear to trust, from pressure to release, from exhaustion to inner strength. Trust reduces panic, reflection releases emotion, purpose restores energy. And when these 3 work together, something powerful begins to happen. You start feeling stronger from inside. In the next part, we will talk about emotional healing and relationships. Because even if your mindset becomes strong, unresolved anger and broken relationships can quietly drain your peace. Chapter 9: The Healing Power of Your Mind. Dr. Peel explains something powerful. Your thoughts affect your body. When you constantly think negative thoughts, your body reacts. Stress increases. Sleep becomes weak. Immunity drops. But when your mind becomes calm and hopeful, the body responds differently. There was a woman who was going through a serious illness. Doctors gave her treatment, but she decided to add something else. Every morning, she sat quietly and imagined her body becoming stronger. She repeated slowly, "My body is healing. I am getting better every day." She did not deny her illness. She did not ignore medicine, but she added belief. Over time, her reports improved more than expected. Doctors were surprised at her recovery speed. Dr. Peel does not say thoughts replace medicine. He says thoughts support healing. Another example. A young athlete suffered a serious injury. Doctors told him recovery would take a long time. Instead of saying, "My career is over," he imagined himself walking again, training again. Every day during therapy, he repeated, "This is temporary. I am rebuilding." His recovery was not instant. It took months. But his mindset made the process stronger. Here is a practical healing habit. Every morning and night, close your eyes and say, "My body listens to my thoughts. I choose strength." Simple. Calm. Repeated daily. Your mind and body are connected more than holding grudges. This chapter is deeply emotional. Dr. Peel says holding anger is like carrying a burning coal in your hand and expecting someone else to feel the pain. Many people smile outside. But inside, they are replaying old memories. A betrayal. An insult. A disappointment. And every time they remember it, the pain feels fresh. There was a man who had not spoken to his friend for years. One argument destroyed the friendship. Both were stubborn. Both waited for the other to apologize. Years passed. One day, the man read something simple: "Forgiveness is not for them. It is for you." He realized something painful. He was the one still carrying the weight. He called his friend. They spoke honestly. Not perfectly. Not dramatically. Just honestly. The problem did not disappear magically. But the tension inside his heart did. Dr. Peel explains that forgiveness is emotional freedom. It does not mean the other person was right. It means you choose peace over pride. Here is a small practical step. Think of someone who hurt you. Close your eyes. Say quietly, "I release this pain." You do not need to tell them immediately. First, free yourself. Because anger drains energy. Peace restores it. Chapter 11, Build Strong Personal Relationships. Dr. Peel makes something very clear. Success without healthy relationships feels empty. Many people chase money, status, achievement. But they ignore connection. There was a father who worked very hard. Long hours. Constant stress. He believed he was doing it for his family. One evening, his young daughter asked him, "Why don't you smile when you see me?" That simple question stopped him. He realized he was physically present but emotionally distant. From that day, he made a small change. 15 minutes every evening, no phone. Just conversation. Within months, their relationship became stronger than ever. Another example. A married couple stopped communicating properly. No big fight. Just distance. One day, the husband decided to change one thing. "Every morning," he said, "thank you for everything you do." At first, it felt small. Almost unnecessary. But slowly, appreciation replaced silence. Dr. Peel teaches that relationships grow through simple actions. Kind words. Active listening. Respectful tone. Here are 3 practical habits for stronger relationships. First, express appreciation daily. Even one sentence matters. Second, listen without interrupting. Let the other person finish. Third, reduce ego during conflict. Ask, "Is this argument more important than peace?" Strong relationships protect your emotional health. And emotional health protects your mindset. Chapter 12, Live with Purpose, Not Just Routine. Many people are not unhappy. They are just empty. They wake up, go to work, eat, sleep, and repeat. Years pass like this. One day, they ask quietly, "Is this all?" Dr. Peel explains that human beings need meaning. There was a man working at a call center. Every day he repeated the same script. Same words. Same tone. Same schedule. One afternoon, he asked himself a bold question: "What difference am I making?" That question disturbed him. He started volunteering on weekends, teaching English to children who could not afford classes. For the first time in years, he felt alive. Months later, he left his job and opened a small learning center. It started with 10 students. Within a few years, it grew into hundreds. What changed? Not his talent. Not his intelligence. His direction changed. Purpose gives power. Dr. Peel teaches that you must ask yourself, what makes me feel useful? Not what impresses people. Not what looks good on social media. But what gives you quiet satisfaction. Here is a simple practical exercise. Write down 3 activities that make you lose track of time. Those are clues to your purpose. Even if you cannot change your career immediately, start doing more of what gives meaning. Purpose does not always require dramatic change. Sometimes it starts with 1 hour per week. Chapter 13, Stop trying to please everyone. This chapter is uncomfortable but important. Many people feel exhausted not because of hard work, but because they are trying to keep everyone happy. They say yes when they want to say no. They accept things that hurt their peace. They hide opinions to avoid conflict. There was a young woman who always agreed with her family's decisions. Career choice. Social circle. Even marriage discussions. Outside, she looked obedient. Inside, she felt lost. One day she asked herself a painful question: if I continue like this, will I respect myself? That question changed everything. She did not become rude. She did not fight everyone. She simply started speaking honestly. Calmly. Respectfully. Clearly. Some people were upset. But for the first time, she felt free. Dr. Peel explains that positive thinking also includes self-respect. If you constantly betray your own values, no affirmation will give you confidence. Confidence grows when your actions match your truth. Here is a simple practice. The next time someone asks something that makes you uncomfortable, pause. Ask yourself quietly, if I say yes, am I saying no to myself? If the answer is yes, choose carefully. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is necessary. Chapter 14, Do not give up, you are closer than you think. This chapter speaks directly to the person who feels tired. To the one who says, maybe this dream is not for me. Dr. Peel shares a powerful idea. Many people quit when success is very near. There was a small business owner who tried to grow his shop for years. Sales were slow. Progress was invisible. After 5 difficult years, he decided to sell the business. The new owner made small adjustments. Improved customer service. Changed display. Added online marketing. Within 1 year, the shop became profitable. The first owner did not fail because he was incapable. He failed because he stopped too early. Another example. A writer sent her manuscript to many publishers. 1 rejection. 2. 10. 20. Each rejection felt personal. She almost quit. But one friend told her, you don't need everyone to believe in you. You need one person. She sent the manuscript again. That one acceptance changed her life. Dr. Peel explains that discouragement is temporary. But quitting makes it permanent. Here is a practical habit. When you feel like stopping, ask yourself, why did I start? Then reconnect with your one small step. Not everything at once. Just one next action. Momentum returns through movement. Chapter 15, Fill your life with love. Dr. Peel explains something very simple. Success without love feels empty. You can achieve goals. You can earn money. You can build status. But if your heart is cold, you will still feel alone. There was a businessman who had everything people admire. Big house. Expensive car. Respect in society. But inside, he felt disconnected. One day he visited a children's hospital for a charity event. A little boy held his hand and smiled at him as if he were the most important person in the world. That small moment changed him. He began spending time helping others quietly. No cameras. No publicity. And something unexpected happened. He felt peace. Dr. Peel teaches that love is not weakness. It is strength. Love is how you speak to your parents. How you treat your coworkers. How you respond to strangers. You do not lose power by being kind. You increase it. Here is a simple practice. Each day, do one act of kindness without expecting anything in return. Not for recognition. Just because you can. Love builds emotional stability. And emotional stability builds confidence. Chapter 16, Calmness in every situation. Life will not always cooperate with your plans. People will disappoint you. Situations will change. Unexpected problems will appear. Dr. Peel says the difference between weak and strong people is not problems. It is reaction. There was a pilot flying a plane when a technical issue occurred midair. Passengers were afraid. The crew was nervous. But the pilot remained calm. Not because he felt no fear, but because he understood something important. Panic makes mistakes worse. Calm thinking solves problems. He followed procedure carefully, communicated clearly, landed safely. Later, someone asked him, "Were you not scared?" He replied, "Of course I was. But fear does not fix emergencies. Clear thinking does." Dr. Peel teaches that calmness is trained. Here is a small habit. When something triggers anger or stress, pause for 10 seconds. Do not speak immediately. Take one deep breath. Ask yourself, what is the wisest response right now? That pause changes outcomes. Calmness protects your power. Chapter 17. Live every day with faith and action. In the final message of the book, Dr. Peel combines everything: belief, peace, trust, purpose, love, calmness. He says faith is not passive. Faith is active. There was a man who searched for work for months. Rejections came repeatedly. Instead of giving up, every morning he dressed properly and left his house as if he already had opportunity waiting. He improved his skills, met new people, stayed disciplined. He did not know when the result would come, but he believed effort mattered. Eventually, the right opportunity appeared. Not because he waited, but because he acted while believing. Dr. Peel makes this very clear. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring reality. It means facing reality with courage. It means saying, I may not control everything, but I control my response. And when you control your response, you control your direction. Now think carefully. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your worst day. You are not your doubts. You are becoming something. Every thought you choose shapes that becoming. If you choose fear, you shrink. If you choose belief, you grow. Dr. Peel did not give magic. He gave a mindset. A repeatable system. Believe in yourself. Protect your peace. Trust something bigger. Release anger. Live with purpose. Act with love. Stay calm. Keep going. If you practice even half of these daily, your life will not remain the same. And here is the most important truth. Positive thinking is not loud. It is quiet discipline. It is waking up and choosing strength again. Even when yesterday was difficult. Even when today feels uncertain. You are not weak. You are not small. You are capable of more than you think. And the moment you decide to train your thoughts instead of being controlled by them, your life begins to shift. Slowly at first. Then clearly. Then powerfully. If this journey helped you understand not only life lessons but also improve your English listening and thinking, then stay connected. Because here, you do two things at once. You grow your mindset, and you grow your language. And remember this final line. The power you are searching for is not outside you. It is already inside your thinking. You just need to choose it daily.